So this weekend I went to the motocross track. Just going to a track to ride is not something I've done in over a year. When I lived in California, I used to do motocross more often, but that was because I had a friend who was actually good at it, and so I would go with him and he could coach me, and I was seeing major improvement every time, and it was great. And I don't have anyone to coach me here, so when I go, I'm just kind of totally lost, and I don't know who I should trust with coaching me or getting advice. I would like to get help, but I don't know who to trust with that. So first of all, if you know someone who does coaching, or you know some like school out here, anywhere, southern Nevada or southern Utah, and they do it for the average Joe, not just for like professionals and stuff like that, then shout them out in the comments, because I'm interested in hearing what's out there. That way I can kind of look through and see if maybe I could find someone who would actually be a good fit. But yeah, so shout that out in the comments. But for this video, I'm going to show you some laps from my recent trip to the track. It's pretty bad, I would say, not super great. So I'm gonna go through the whole track, and section by section, I will open myself up for criticism. Just what I'm asking for here is, let's see how well the comment section and the internet can coach me from just what you see on this helmet cam video. So yeah, we'll go through the track, and I'm gonna go section by section. Whatever you feel you need to say, just say it in the comments. I'm gonna label each section, and so that way you can point out exactly what you're talking about, so that I know what you're talking about. And yeah, let's just do it. So it starts here. This is the finish line jump. So these right here, this straightaway, these are the jumps that I don't do, and I'll give my commentary on stuff the second time around. Just know that those are the jumps that I don't do. We'll call them those. This is the first turn. This is the double out of the first turn. I know it doesn't look like a double because I don't make it look like a double. Okay, this is the second turn. This is the double out of the second turn. This is the third turn. This is the hill climb. This is the fourth turn. This is the downhill, the big downhill. This is the fifth turn. This is the double out of the fifth turn. This is the double going into the sixth turn that I don't do. This is the sixth turn. This is the triple out of the sixth turn that I don't do. This is the seventh turn. That's the jump out of the seventh turn. This is the eighth turn, the bowl turn. The jump out of the eighth turn. The almost triple thing out of the eighth turn. This is the ninth turn. That's the little double out of the ninth turn. This is the 10th turn. And this is the tabletop out of the 10th turn. Here's the 11th turn. This is the whoop section. And the final turn. Then there's the finish line jump, which is a triple type of deal. Okay, so first of all, this finish line jump right there, I think I didn't do it all day. I didn't even try, because early in the morning, some dude got a little squirrely in the ruts coming out of that turn, carried that squirreliness over the jump and went sideways, and then landed sideways and like crashed and burned and yard sale, all that stuff, and he was totally jacked up. So I was like, oh, that's not good. Maybe I'll just not care about these jumps all day, because you kind of have to do the first one to be able to do the second one, or at least I thought it was that way. I don't know. So next time, I don't know. It's probably just all in my head because of that. I think I probably had enough corner speed later in the day, like in this video that I'm showing right now, where I probably could have just held on the throttle and made it just fine. So I don't know. If I go there next time and I feel good coming out of the corner, then I don't think I'd have a problem just sending those. In the first turn here, it's these ruts, like ruts coming into the turn and then ruts going through the turn, and I just struggle whenever there's ruts coming into the turn. If there's a rut just through the turn, it's not as bad, but for some reason it just freaks me out. So I don't know what people do for ruts that are coming into the turn and then going through the turn and out of the turn. It seems like it's just such a constraint on where you can go. So I was kind of just sticking to the outsides there, but I don't think I carried nearly enough speed into it. And the reason is because I tried to carry speed into these turns a couple times, and I was just freaking high side. As soon as I hit the ruts, they would grab the tire and just tip me to the outside of the turn. So I don't know what's going on. I really need some help there. I don't know what I should do, don't know what I am doing wrong. One thing I do notice when I'm playing this back is, so if you listen to the other guy, the guy that gets through it just fine, he gets to like the apex and then he gets on the throttle. I was like, you can hear me like hit the throttle in the entry of the turn, which is strange. I don't know why I would do that. Don't know why I was doing that. I think I was just concentrated so bad on just trying not to fall through the rut that I was using the throttle as my sole thing of keeping me upright, just controlling my uprightedness by using only the throttle and not doing much else as far as just using the proper form to get through that rut. I don't know. Yeah, what should I do there? Personally, I think I need to try to get over that. I think I need to try to limit my use of the throttle. Try to, like, I don't know, maybe practice. I could be totally off here. Let me know. Try to practice rolling into the turn at a more steady pace. Just try to stay smooth, not use the throttle to increase my speed so as to not fall over in the beginning of the turn. Try to be very smooth on the throttle when I do use it coming out of the turn. I think I should probably put some conscious effort into practicing that. Yeah, let me know. I could be wrong about that. I don't know. But I feel like I need to take the throttle a little bit out of the equation in order to practice what needs to be practiced in order to get through these ruts a lot more smoothly. And then this double, the double out of the third turn, I sent it 4 times that day, and every time I would hit the very top of it and squirrel out because of that. So it's all about that corner. If I had enough speed out of that, I could probably do it. I feel like I need to get that turn down if I'm ever gonna make that thing. Turn 3 into the hill climb, I come in super soft into the turn, not really braking. I mean, you can see me get off the brakes. I'm on the brakes for a tad. I don't think I'm doing that right. Something's not right about that. Going up the hill, I probably, now that I look back on it, I probably could just hug left a little bit more, hold it on a little bit harder, and then just kind of angle right as I'm going over it. That way I don't like send myself off the track, but give myself plenty of room in that turn, because I mean, just look how wide that turn is. There's room for days to do whatever is necessary, so I could really just re-angle that hill climb and just stay on it longer. I don't know, what do you think? Downhill, I've always struggled at downhills. When I'm braking and the braking isn't slowing me down much, that freaks me out. So I noticed people who were super fast were cutting down into the bottom line, but I don't know. What are your tips for slowing down on downhills so that you can get to the inside corner? Because I have a mental block with going down downhills and getting to the inside corner. So I ended up just defaulting to the outside line there. Going out of the turn, I don't have like a specific complaint of myself there, but going over the double there, I can do that jump very easily. I know because I've basically accidentally rolled into it too hard and almost cleared it. It's just that it's a weird angle with it coming into the turn like that, so I would be totally comfortable if I came from the other side of the jump. If I hugged the inside of the turn after the downhill, came over the jump, and then I could angle it so that I know I'm not going to go off the track, I would be totally comfortable and down for doing that jump. So I think I really need to force myself into the inside line after the downhill. This triple I'm just totally not sure about because I just don't have a way to gauge if I had enough acceleration or drive out of the turn to make it. Practically everyone that was doing that triple, they were coming from the outside line. So I think from the outside line I'd be fine. It doesn't look that bad, but I didn't try the outside line enough to know. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Okay, so coming into this turn, I definitely had problems with this rut too. Looking at it from my videos, I think it's just that I was coming in at a weird angle compared to everyone else. I mean, if you look at the guy that flies past me, he obviously sets up that turn from the outside in, which makes it a little bit less of an angle that he has to cut into for that. I'm so poorly equipped to do the ruts that I pretty much can't even critique myself. The bowl turn here, I didn't really have a problem with it. When I would come into this turn with other people, I didn't really feel like I was screwing it up too bad, and I could make that jump. And then this jump, I think I could make it. I'm pretty sure I have to shift up because I'm kind of wound out after that jump there, and my bike doesn't have a ton of top end power, so probably just have to shift up and then just hold it on, and probably shift up midair. I think that would be my best bet, but I don't know. This turn, oh my gosh, look at what a freaking mess. I did not know what to do here. Just the middle of the turn there's not a whole lot of like developed lines. People are just kind of going all over the place, so maybe it just doesn't even matter. Maybe I just need to go through that turn like it's a bunch of loam and just not care about the lines. So that's definitely a thing that I get caught up in on the tracks, is caring about the lines. And you'll notice, yeah, the fast people, sometimes they will like stick a line so hard and just rail through it, but then you also notice that they have the capability of getting through the turn super fast, not even paying any attention to everyone else's lines. That turn, let's see, what do I need to do? Oh, I know. I see something that I'm definitely screwing up in this turn. So the leg, the outside line, it's not super smooth, as you can see. It's a little bit bumped out from acceleration bumps and braking bumps. But my leg, I am screwing up the form here super bad. The leg is just boing, 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 and it is throwing my balance off all over the place. And I noticed that once during the day, and then for some odd reason didn't correct it, like didn't tell myself, okay, you need to square that away. Kept doing the boing, 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 and just like wallowing around through that turn, which is, I think that's a no-go. Let me know what you think. For this turn into the whoop sections, I saw a lot of people, a lot of really fast people who would just float through this outside line, and they would carry so much speed through it that they would hardly touch the whoops. Okay, I can see I was definitely doing this weird angle thing where I'm coming from like mid-track and then forcefully going outside, which obviously can't be good for momentum. And then I was cutting it a little early. I was cutting the turn a little early, and that's probably an indication that I'm just freaking not carrying enough speed. I think if I was carrying enough speed like the fast people were, then I probably wouldn't have the opportunity to cut the turn so quick like that. Getting through the whoops themselves, I don't feel like I have too much of a problem. I just need to get more speed through the turn so that I can do them a little more cleanly. And then here we are back to the finish line. That's a lap. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll let this play out for the rest of the lap. Still, there's bound to be stuff that I didn't catch or things that I could do better, so let me know. Let me know what your advice is. I'll read all of it. I will definitely read all of it. And then when the track opens again next month, I will enact some of it and we'll see where I get. I think this could be pretty fun. It might be good, it might be bad. Some things I'm sure I will take up, and then maybe some things I won't. Yeah, we'll see where it gets me. So for this time, my fastest lap is 2 minutes. Okay, so my average is a 2:02. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for trying to help me out, even if I am a lost cause. So we'll come back to this at the end of next month when they open the track again. Yeah, see you then.